Hello everyone, Keysona here, and welcome back to Terraria. Today we're going to be doing another challenge run. This time, we got something a little special. We are going to be taking on Terraria with no tools, no crafting, no building, and no NPCs. I'm not entirely sure if this is possible, but we're going to give it a shot. So as I said, no tools, so where these go are straight into the trash can. And from there, we will see how far we can make it. I just generated this world. I decided to go for Expert plus Crimson, as I feel Crimson might be the better option here. So that's what we're going for. While we have a minute here of me running to the right side of the map, I just wanted to say that I appreciate all of the support that I've been getting for these videos so far. This challenge run might have been a bit more than I can actually handle, but if you guys are enjoying it, I will try to continue making more. So yeah, just let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe if you guys want to see more content like it. Appreciate you. And let's get back into the video. Yeah, in this challenge run, I end up dying a lot. So if you're here to see people achieving like goals and like victory, don't expect to see much more than me killing Eye of Cthulhu. I try to challenge a lot of bosses actually. There's a lot packed into this video, but me actually getting kills on bosses is not one of those things. So anyway, after deleting my tools, I finally am able to run to the right, avoiding any vultures that might be along the way, luckily, and I get my first weapon of the run, which is a spear. It will very quickly be outshined. An aglet, which is going to be a very good accessory because, well, we have access to none. We're not going to get any access to storage space either, so we have to manage our inventory very well. And we have pretty much the only redeeming thing for this run, which is going to be bombs. And oh, how right I was. Bombs are basically a necessity. There's no other way for me to actually mine blocks until I get to Golem. If I ever make it that far. It's been ambitious for what I had in mind. But like, if I wanted to, you know, it would have to be it'd have to be the Pixel. It would be like the first thing that I could actually get to drop from an enemy. So we're going to need every morsel that we can possibly get. Opportunity to fight her. So after you guys now have a grasp of just how tedious this run will be, I will now be cutting around to various points at which I'm collecting loot, and we'll be going from there. I'm not going to show you every time I, you know, teleport back to spawn and run to the left and run to the right, but I am going to show a fair amount of early game struggles. So if you want to see a bit more action, you can always skip to a little bit later in the video. Gun here is pretty mediocre at best because I have no access to bullets. I only have access to... Okay. After that little excursion into the Crimson to get a couple items, we teleport back home and we go back off to the right again, where we actually find our first heart crystal of the run and then meet our doom by an unseen enemy. Dude, this bat's prediction engine is insane, bro. What is it, government property? Oh. Dude, how long does the poison last there? And then basically like clockwork, I die in the same spot. There are a few moments throughout the run where I realized just how long that 15-second timer is. Especially when you're fresh off of a respawn and, you know, you're just doing your thing and then you die and you gotta wait that 15 seconds. It's not fun. Oh. You gotta be kidding me. I don't know if it's like just a more common occurrence to happen at the beginning of like a new world, but I swear Every world that I generated, like the second night was a blood moon. Every single one of them. Oh, great. Yep. After that series of unfortunate events, it finally turns morning and I continue my exploration to the left. I know what you're thinking right now. How in the world do I possibly make that jump from one side of this canyon to the other? Well, the answer is really simple. It's called skill. And 1 minute of jumping over and over again. Well, I get it. By the way, the video does pick up the pace later on. There is 8 hours of footage to cover, and this is a 20-minute video, so... Perfect. I'll actually be able to scale and not have to... After finding disappointment in 2 chests in a row, I find this really cool ocean structure that I haven't seen before. Like, I don't know if I've just not gone to the ocean enough or I've just been really unlucky, but there are like these cool tunnels that like go under the ocean. It's pretty neat. Is this regular world gen? What is this? Oh yeah, and then I drown. And then die to a shark. It's unfortunate. Okay. And of course a shark was down there. I then tried to steal some sick gamer loot from the dungeon and failed miserably. Well, I got a golden key. On my adventures back to the left side of the map, I get stuck in a hole in the Crimson and make this sick gamer throw to get myself to safety. It was at this point that I got a drop from one of the ice zombies and then realized that I could actually farm them for their 3 defense pieces of apparel. It wasn't worth it. Yeah, I was mistaken. It was terrible. That might be the play, honestly. Just sit here in the snow biome and farm these snow zombies. I believe it was at somewhere around the 3-hour mark where I decided that I couldn't do this with one world. I decided that I was going to make as many worlds as it took in order to be able to get enough accessories together to where I could try and get something done. I wanted to at least get a couple boss fights in before the end, and it didn't seem feasible with what I had to work with because of the fact the jungle was just so messed up on the right side of my world that I couldn't explore anything else. And fighting Skeletron with what I have was just not an option. I will also say that these worlds actually ended up not being as helpful as I thought they were going to be. I ended up using them mainly just for Sky Island hunting to try and get a pair of fletchling wings because I figured movement would be the most important thing of the run, and it definitely is. But yeah, these first couple worlds are mainly just to try and gather as many accessories as possible. And that exploration was cut short because I got stuck and had to teleport back to spawn. I eventually made my way over to the jungle on the left side of the map, and I find a boomstick. I was honestly hoping for a fishing rod for reasons, but I didn't get that, so kind of disappointing. Okay, after dying in the Crimson, I went back over to that mushroom biome where I saw the hearts earlier and collected those. Oh, and I finally got my first gravitation potion, which I thought was going to be amazing and completely game-changing. And then I eventually figured out that they changed fledgling wings over to be a secondary loot drop because I'm playing so much modded and didn't realize that they're actually a secondary loot drop and not actually a primary loot drop anymore. Yeah. This is my only way to get to guys, so I can't build, so like, why is the door missing on this? A Star Fury. That's amazing. Okay, that's large. After the gravitation potion ran out, I decided to go back underground, at which point I found a minecart and did a little exploring of the underground desert to try and find some more life crystals. Wait, what does this do exactly? This exploration mission was actually going fairly well, and I found something called the Charmer's Flute. I've never used the item before. I decided it was okay for the sake of the run because I wasn't actually building anything, since it actually summons a rope snake, and I wasn't allowing myself to use ropes anyway, so I figured that this was an okay exception to me. It also ended up not being very very helpful. But I mean, it was still pretty cool. Me and what freaking I'm sorry, how much do you see this? After my long underground excursion, it finally came to an end when I accidentally dipped my toes in lava one too many times and I unceremoniously burned to death and then had to deal with goblins when I came back to the surface. It was a real nice time. I think I can get the harpoon gun out of this, which would be kind of useful. Die. Dude, like, they just, these silly little goblins. Dude, the god bro, man, makes the craziest shot in history. After the goblin sniped me, I finally managed to beat the army and got on with my life. My now shortened life. Okay. Yeah, I told you it was short. Here is a quick loot update. Not great. However, an even more useless Sky Island loot. It doesn't get any better than this, trust me. I tried many times. And there's still a little bit of world left. I'm confident, but you know. And it was at this point that, for whatever reason, I was starting to feel emboldened by the fact that I had a lot of HP and potions that I decided to fight Skeletron with a whopping 5 defense. Yeah, I don't know if it was the Star Fury or if I thought expert mode just wasn't that difficult, but as it turns out, when you don't have an arena and 5 defense, Skeletron's a lot harder than he was probably ever meant to be. Oh man, that was... Oh. Yeah, that was a long fight, but surprisingly actually one of my best attempts that I've had, which is really sad because I get a lot better armor and gear, so you'd think I would do better, but you'd be wrong. And in lieu of that, I think we will go ahead and fight the Cthulhu. Dude, really? Come on, bro. There we go. Let's go, dude. After that last fight, I decided to go and try and take on the Brain of Cthulhu, and that fight goes very poorly. I entirely blamed the blood crawlers. I don't know why their spawn rate was so high this time around, but it was very infuriating. Dude, can we stop with the stupid blood crawlers? Like, I'm trying to do a boss fight here, and the game's like, yeah, so we decided blood crawlers would really help you out here. Dude, are you serious? What is up with all these blood crawlers? What is this? Oh, no, I'm gonna die. So naturally, we go back and try again. And it's the same results, except this time I just get bullied by the Brain of Cthulhu and I die. So yeah. Well, I say we're fine, but you know what I mean by that. Okay, I'm getting bullied right now. That's not good. Haha, just kidding. Of course there's blood crawlers. So wouldn't it be blood crawlers? This is a blood crawler biome. I love blood crawlers. Thank you. So after that crippling defeat, I decide to go and try Skeletron again, and it ends very well. Okay. After that defeat against Skeletron again, I decided to return to my previous world and do some more exploring, or explore the rest of the world now that I have better movement accessories. Oh yeah, and here's the farming portion of the rest of the snow zombie armor. A waste of time, and it also caused me problems later on, which you'll see. So here's the problem that I was referring to. While farming for the last piece of armor that I needed from the snow zombies, Deerclops decides to spawn in. I didn't even know he could really spawn naturally, but here he is. Even though I was kind of annoyed by him spawning in, I figured that at least he wouldn't despawn, even though I was going to die for sure over and over again. And I die over and over again. It's painful to rewatch, but now you get to watch it, and it's great. Well, this has been just... no. Why? The fact that I beat 50 of these guys and still haven't gotten the stupid thing is annoying. Also not morning yet, which is good. Speak of the devil. Dude. How does he know? Like... stop move spamming, you piece of... Bro is literally spawn. Oh yeah, and then for quite possibly the best part, he decided to despawn after all of that. Yeah, it's pretty, yeah. And since Skeletron happened to be just a little bit left of where the Deerclops had just despawned, I decided to take on Skeletron, and it didn't go well. Unsurprisingly. You're gonna see a reoccurring theme throughout the entire video, and that's me making new worlds. So you might want to get used to it, buckle in. There's a lot of world generation going on. Fortunately / unfortunately, in World C, nothing interesting really happened. I just kind of explored. I found ice biome. It's pretty cool. Found mushroom biome. Pretty neat, right? And I found, you know, the underworld almost. Didn't quite make it there, but, you know, not going to fight Wall of Flesh yet anyways because I can't even beat Skeletron. So I don't know what chance I have at beating the Wall of Flesh. Yeah. Oh yeah, I also got trapped in the... Well, not trapped. I kind of walked in to try and get some early game Skeletron loot or dungeon loot. I don't know if that's even possible, but I tried anyways. It didn't end well. And then I found a hive in the jungle. At this point, I figured I might as well attempt the queen bee because I know she can drop some pretty decent loot, such as the bee's knees. So, well, that's made like the only thing that she actually drops that I really wanted. And I figured that if I got that, it would be a pretty strong weapon to be able to use into either the Skeletron fight or even into the Wall of Flesh fight. I had plenty of arrows to be able to use, and that's what I was aiming for. I didn't have high hopes for the actual fight itself, but it actually ended up going pretty well. Please give me the bee's knees, bro. Like, if I get the bee's knees, bro, I mean... I was feeling on top of the world after beating Queen Bee and decided that I should take on Skeletron once again. Little did I realize that it was already halfway through the night, and he entered Dungeon Guardian mode, and was nowhere being near beat anyways, and he destroyed me. So, yeah. And this is the part where I decided that I needed better armor, because I was tired of being humiliated, so I farmed. Honestly, for like only 15 minutes, that's all it took to get this armor though, so that's pretty good. Goodbye, snow pants. I will not miss you, literally ever. Useless. I can't believe I farmed for snow pants. Oh, that's a breastplate. That's bees one, trappers one. Let's go. Holy. I would definitely take this opportunity to shoot bees and use bees. So, no way, dude. That was so quick. Are you kidding me right now? Let's freaking go, dude. That is so good, man. Needless to say, I was pretty hyped about my new armor set. Little did I know how little it would actually affect anything in the long term. But then after that, you know the drill. More world generation, more exploring, and yeah, more disappointment. All right, please. This is no D, bro. No D. Gotta have the W. By W, I mean wings. And after not finding anything in those floating islands, I decided to fight Skeletron. And of course, as per tradition, on the second night, it decides to have a blood moon. So I had to fight him during a blood moon. And yeah, I think you can guess how that one ends. No. And to cope, I go back to making another new world to try and look for wings. Please give wing. Please. And after not finding wings, I decide to fight Skeletron again. No, listen, you're not going insane. I'm going insane. Dude. And of course, following what a normal sane person would do, I decide to make another world. Spoiler alert, I don't find any wings. I believe I was on my way over to give Skeletron another shot, even though I had no chance, as I had made no upgrades to my armor at that point in time. But, you know, if we throw your head at a wall hard enough, eventually something's gonna happen, right? But then a blood moon happened, and I was in the middle of the corruption biome. So after getting one of the shadow armor drops, I decided that I would try and farm for the shadow armor. This was also a mistake. And the reason I say this is a mistake is because I then spent the next 2 hours trying to farm for this armor. I don't know why it's like 3 extra defense and it doesn't even do anything good. So yeah, after getting those first 2 pieces of armor, like the legs and the chest piece, all I got after that was chest pieces. I believe I got like 3 or 4 more after that. Yeah, so I was pretty upset whenever I got those. And you can see here at the end of this session of me looking for the armor, I was at 850 Eater of Souls kills. Yeah, I wasn't very happy. I started out and I was at like, you know, 0. So the only redeeming thing that I got out of that was that cool like pig summon. But other than that, a total bust. After taking a small break, I came back and decided I wanted to see if I could figure anything else out and maybe make some progress. After getting constantly destroyed by everything, I decided that I was going to fight Queen Bee again in an attempt to get the bee's knees because I figured that would actually help me beat Skeletron. And since I beat Queen Bee before, I figured it would be a walk in the park. Little did I know I was going to get absolutely destroyed by Queen Bee, so yeah. And so, after another embarrassingly painful defeat, I decided to once again make a new world. Don't find anything. Get hit by another blood moon, and then decide to call it quits for the day. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more content like it, just let me know. Hopefully it's not this challenge you guys want to see me continue, because this was rough. It was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I thought I would just, you know, have it be a cakewalk, just, you know, some water walking potions, and I'll be all good to go to fight Wall of Flesh. But as it turns out, in expert mode, if you don't have any platforms or NPCs or starting tools, it makes things very difficult. So I hope you guys enjoyed. It was a lot of fun.